Started the day well. I came up here early in the morning. It was still dark out there, and on the balcony. And I started writing, and I wrote for a while, and it was good stuff. It felt good. I mean, I've been writing a lot, and as I think I've told you in other videos, the more you write, the better you get. You know, you got to exercise that skill. Writing is a learned art, not just from books, but from doing. But I took a break about 9 o'clock, and I went to there. Nice, right? I once went to a writer's conference, and I heard a writer say, you know, if you've written a story and you've started it and it's pretty good, and you've maybe developed this really compelling character, maybe it's a woman who plays a key role, maybe the protagonist in your story, and you like her, and she's interesting, and you give her different facets, hair color, and the clothes she wears, and maybe the way she laughs or smiles or whatever it might be, or maybe she's got a kind of a in-your-face attitude, and that's interesting. But what it is, it's a compelling female protagonist. The woman speaking at the conference told the audience, now break her leg and make her limp throughout your novel. I thought it was strange, but then I got to thinking about it. A lot of people write compelling female characters, male characters. But what makes them unique? What makes them special? What makes them jump off the page to the reader? What makes them more real, more relatable? She said, break their leg. So I sat down and I wrote a novel. And right off the bat, early in it, I had a woman who was abused, had her leg broken. And every now and then that broken leg came up in conversations. It limited some of the things she could do. It became part of the fabric of the story I was telling. Just something to think about. The other thing I wanted to impress upon you this morning, there are several notes on my desk, but the other thing I wanted to tell you is I hope you're reading. I read a lot. I generally read in the evenings. I can't write in the evenings, so I read. I was reading, although I took the break and went down to the beach. I was reading down there. My current book I'm reading is called, Winter Garden. I couldn't tell you at the moment the author's name. I'll share that with you later. But it's a good book. I've read Night Work recently. That was a very good book. The Book of Lost Names. Excellent. Now, it's Stephen King. And by the way, Stephen King, the writer, has written a very good book. You got to get a copy and you got to read it. If you want to know how to write and write better, read his book. King's book is called On Writing. I read it several times. It's excellent. But one of the things Stephen King as a writer often says in interviews and in his book is that you can't be a writer if you don't read. You've got to read. Reading gives you direction. Reading gives you ideas. Reading gives you inspiration. Reading teaches you how to describe an ocean or how to write about a character's overcoming emotion about seeing a garden. Reading is critical to becoming a good writer. In fact, I've never found a really successful writer who wasn't also, in many ways, an avid reader of other people's work. Anyway, that's all I wanted to give you this morning. I hope it's been a good lesson. I hope you learned something. I'll get back with you soon. Take care.